Hello, guys. How's everybody doing today? Wonderful to see you all. So let's get into it. Questions for today's lecture on success in life, manifestation, everything is, how do I guarantee my manifestation to come into the physical reality? All right. To guarantee your manifestation to come into this world or this physical reality, it's all about rewiring your brain. Your brain is the instrument we use to navigate our reality. If your brain is not on point for your desires, you will manifest what you don't want. The majority, 99% of what we get in our life is based on our brain pattern, how our brain operates. So, to guarantee your manifestation, you have to exercise brain health for brain wealth. You must get adequate amount of rest so your brain can recharge. You must use things, diet, supplements, things that are targeted to make your brain work better. Things that will open up the neurons, the synapses, the transfer of data, of information, blood flow, all these things. You have to invest in the brain. The next thing, you have to now give the brain a new awareness of reality. So to guarantee your manifestation, your brain have to be in a state of abundance and limitless. If your brain is in a state of limitation and lack, you cannot guarantee you're going to get your manifestation. And what is the most effective way to open up my brain for limitless instead of limitation? It is in the subliminals or auto-hypnosis. You have to get to a point where you're constantly feeding your brain new empowering information, inspired information, habits, and different actions. You have to surround your brain with the environment you would like to see for yourself. This is how you're going to guarantee your manifestation to come into reality. With the subliminals, what they do, they talk to your brain in an unconscious or on an unconscious level, which elicit a response from the subconscious mind, which will in turn help you to create your reality. Now look, we all live in an age of information. There's so many things out there. There's access to all this information that you can get to help you to change your life. You have to search out, get information on bettering your brain health. What are things that I can do to help my brain manifest more? Well, one of the most effective things that anybody can do to help their brain is you have to work with your gut. Your gut talks to the brain, and you have to get into changing your microbiome system, and that's probiotics or prebiotics. That's one of the easiest things anybody can incorporate today that will definitely help their brain. The microbes in your gut, they actually tell your brain how to feel and how to think. Did you know that? They are very powerful. I'm just giving you examples of things that you can do, but you must focus on the attention and the things you're surrounding in order to guarantee your manifestation. Now, why would this guarantee my manifestation, Mark? Well, because the brain is the organ that brings things and let us see our experiences in the physical reality. Your brain is the monitor. It's like if you have a computer, but you have no monitor, you can't do anything. So your brain is like that monitor. It's the transfer of information that makes you see, feel, and experience everything in your life. Now the next thing is, when you're rewiring the brain, there's no such thing as fast. The brain takes a certain amount of time to adjust. So you can't rewire your brain like, oh, I'm gonna rewire my brain next 24 hours. It does not work like that. You have to be realistic and keep in mind that your brain has been on a different path for over maybe 15 to 20 years. So you think a 1 or 2 days is gonna fix your brain? No. It's a process and you have to trust it. But once you start, it will begin to work. And you have to be consistent, deliberate, and persistent. Consistent, deliberate, persistent. That's the way to change your brain. Now that will guarantee your manifestation. Again, why would it guarantee you? Because you only see through the brain. By the way, your eyes are part of your brain. Your senses are part of your brain. That's what you interact with the physical reality around you. So your brain plays a predominantly important. But the most important part that will guarantee your manifestation, if you teach your brain to see everything as unlimited potential, or to teach your brain to see everything as abundance, no lack. Don't get your brain in the lack game. If your brain is thinking about limitation, if your brain is thinking it's too hard, I don't have the answers, then we're having issues with manifesting or guaranteeing your results. And the truth is, you can really train your brain to do this. And the next step, one of the next easiest method for you to do to get your brain into a state is to constantly put yourself or expose yourself to new information that will inspire and make you think and make you shift your perspective on life. This is one of the most highly effective things that you can do that will shift your brain so that you can guarantee your manifestation. One of the next things that you can do that will definitely shift your brain into manifestation is getting outdoors, spending time outside, observing the nature, observing your reality. That's the next thing that will get your brain into guarantee your manifestation. The next thing that will get your brain into guarantee your manifestation is to learn to ignore certain aspects of your own mind. The brain has its co-actors with it. They're called the ego and the subconscious. You have to really learn to tune out that voice, that negative voice in your head, because that negative voice is not you, it's a program. Once you start to learn to adopt and say, wait a minute, this voice is not me, that's not who I am, that's where the success will begin. Now your brain will get into a mode of bringing forth the guaranteed manifestation. I must remind you people, how many people think about their brain health? Schools for life, let's go. I got to see my school students here. Get into the school where they teach you to learn to do this stuff more effectively. How many people do that? How many people are aware? They think about everything else, but they don't think about their brain health. Let me tell you something else that will help you to keep your brain optimal so that you can guarantee your manifestation. A lot of people, they drink those energy drinks. They are not good for your brain health. Sorry. Keep away from that. Too much caffeine is not good for your brain health. Keep away from that. You can limit your caffeine. If you can cut it out. But these are things that will help you to make your brain optimal. The secret is, if you can get your brain to put out more power, that will guarantee your manifestation. So you have to avoid things that are draining the power in your brain. These things are negative people, negative programs, negative situation, negative thought, toxic environment, toxic people, toxic stuff. Food, diet, music, There are toxic music out there, of course. Just because it sounds good doesn't mean it's good for you. Just because it tastes good doesn't mean it's good for you. Just because it looks good doesn't mean it's good for you. You have to be conscious of your brain. So, the easiest way anyone can change their brain to guarantee their manifestation is through the use of subliminal programming. If you can incorporate a subliminal every night while you're asleep in the background, you're about 60% there to guarantee your manifestation. Think about it. This is the thing that you use every day. Okay? Your thoughts, very important when it comes to guarantee your manifestation. You have to learn to retrain your thoughts, retrain your brain. Subliminals, powerful ones, are mask. When they're masked, they're really good. They distract the conscious, the ego, and the critical divide they can get in. Plenty of them out there. I have plenty of them on my channel. I do subliminals as well. You can find them. But these are things that you have to incorporate. What else is a great way to get my brain to guarantee my manifestation? Our self-talk, the way we talk to ourselves. If you can talk to yourself in a positive way daily, in a question form, that is a great way to exercise your brain to change the mapping so that you can manifest and guarantee what you want. You have to remember that we live in a world full of energy and frequencies, and the world we live in, it's not a physical place, people. It's a mental place. It only looks physical because our brain descrambles these things to make it an experience for us, which gives us the perception of physicality. So with that being said, if you change the direction of your thoughts and how you feel and what you think, then you can change the direction of how you experience a physical reality, because it comes from a mental aspect first. But if I had to pick one thing out of everything I just mentioned to you that will really set you forth on the path to guarantee your manifestation, is to have a mindset that everything is possible and is unlimited. That you live, we exist in an infinite universe, multiverse, with everything available for you, by you, to you. If you can get your mind to see possibilities at all times, if you can get your mind to see the bright side, even in the bad side, if you can always look at the negative, when the negative comes in, you can always see a positive. If you can learn something from every experience and see a bright side in every what you call a negative situation, you will guarantee your manifestation to come true. Because what you're doing unconsciously, what you're doing unknowingly, is you're actually teaching your brain to start to filter. Filter is the best thing that can happen to your brain. When you have good filter in your brain, what a wonderful thing in your life. You have bad filter in your brain, it's not so good. Filtering basically means taking certain information and only revealing it to you in your physical reality. That's what filter. And your brain's a great filter. Your brain have to filter. Your brain can't take everything because it's not that powerful. It's limited in its capacity to process every information. However, it's not limited in the imagination part of it, which gets the subconscious to bring it in to the physical part. So keep that in mind. So if you can only teach your brain to filter certain information, then you'll be all right. So what does filtering mean? It means basically that what you expose yourself to a lot, what you like watch a lot, what you think about a lot, you know what I'm saying, what you talk about a lot, your brain will shrink the world around you to mimic that and show you only that stuff. That's called filtering. So it can shrink your reality to what you think, feel, talk about the most, and it'll all show it to you through your subconscious mind as physical experiences. That's called filtering. So let's use an example. Let's say you're in an environment, right? Like at work or something, and when you go to work or something, you go into the room, everybody's talking about, gossiping or talking about other coworkers or negative stuff. Okay, your brain is exposed to that. If you're always going home watching negative stuff, the news, violent programming, your brain is exposed to that. If you're watching people saying how bad this economy is, how I can't make any money, how my life is, your brain is exposed to that. If you start thinking to yourself, I'm doubting myself, I don't know if I'm good, your brain is exposed to that. If you start associating with certain people and every time you're around them, all they talk about is lack and it's no good, your brain is exposed to that. But not only is your brain exposed to that, your brain is doing something very, very dangerous that you have no idea it's doing. You know what it's doing? It's filtering. You have no idea until it's too late. It's creeping up on you and you have no idea. So all these things that you're doing, right, your brain is exposed to that. One day, you're going to get up and all those things are what's going to be showing up predominantly in your reality on a daily basis. And it's going to get to the point where you're going to say to yourself, why is all this negative stuff keep happening to me? Voila. Because you've become so aware of a pattern that you say, I can't even get a break, I can't even win for losing. Now you know why. Because unknowingly to you and I, that's what they don't teach you, whatever you expose yourself to a lot, your brain will think that's what you want, and the subconscious mind will project it. So that's called filtering. So your reality becomes this state of negativity or a negative cycle. However, now if you learn and understand this information, you can change it. So what do you do now? If this sinks in and you get it, then you say, oh my goodness, let me change my surroundings a little bit. Let me change who I talk to a lot. Let me change who I hang out with. Let me start watching more things that are beneficial, can help me. Let me start thinking positive. Let me start using some subliminals. Let me start doing these things. Let me start thinking, dreaming, imagining abundance consistently. Then your brain now is exposed to that. And then one day again, you're going to wake up. And when you wake up, you're gonna check your phone and you're gonna see some good news. You get a call, you're gonna hear some good news. It's gonna be a lot of good news happening, a lot of opportunities, a lot of things start going right for you now, because your brain had filtered that reality. See how the brain works, people? Your brain doesn't care. It's not looking for you to give it permission or say, it's not going to warn you like your subconscious. It's not going to tell you, hey, I think we're making a bad move here. It's just watching. This is why we are aware. The powerful thing that we all have is awareness. You have to use that. That's like a superpower. When you are aware, you can change what you become aware of, right? You can choose, okay, I'll focus on this, or you can choose, I'll focus on that. You have choices here, man. So choose to focus only on what you want, not how you're going to get what you want. Okay, that's a big difference. What you want versus how to get what you want. We're not getting there. We're just talking about what you want or what you desire. Indulge in desired outcome only. That's correct. Yes, I am. That says that. Indulge in desired outcomes only. If you can indulge in desired outcomes only, you will experience desired outcomes only. 100%. And that's correct. The how is not up to your brain yet. The how is up to the unconscious. When it figures out the how, then it's up to your brain to do it. But never take the leap of trying and jumping in to the how. Let the unconscious, the most powerful part of your awareness, the infinite part, the part that's connected, tied into your higher self, let it do its job. Yes, the brain, when it comes to the concept of time, the past, the present, the future, whatever, it's all the same. So if you did something successful in the past, you want to recreate it and bring it into the present, you can, because that's stored in the brain as a present moment thing happening. So if you have a good memory of something you like, you can reconjure that memory up and you can bring that memory back into the present to have a new experience of that. Just like if you have something negative in the past, you keep thinking about it, you can conjure that experience up and experience a different facet of that negative experience. So everything is entangled and wired together. Past, present, future, all the same when it comes to the concept of the brain. Yes, so that is the secret, guys. That's something that you all must be aware of and focus on. This is how you go guarantee your manifestation, by training your brain to be an unlimited thinking, desiring machine only on what you want, to only see possibilities and opportunities and see all the good things that are possible, not how they're possible, just see them as possible. Once you do that, it will shift the trajectory of your frequency and your vibration, and it will put you into a new reality. In your new reality, you will get to experience more positive stuff than negative stuff, which is what everybody wants. Everyone desires that, right? All right. I'll see you guys again next time.